Hi, I'm Steve Costello from Steiner Sports Marketing, and I'm Executive Vice President here. And success is really a strange thing, and what makes, I'm sure you'll talk to a lot of people, and what makes them successful, what keeps them successful, and you could really go to the top of the class just by one single thing, and that's by keeping your word. You may make a lot of plans, or you may suggest a lot of things, or do things that you're really not able to do, and no is okay. Once I got to the point where I learned no was okay, it made me a much, much better person, because there's things you can do, there's things you could try to do, and then there's generally things that you can't do. And I think a lot of people, lose their credibility by promising things that they have no intention of ever delivering. The other really important thing to me, and I think in being successful, is follow-up correspondence. Is if you have a great time with a person on a weekend, or you go out somewhere and it's really great, is to not just send them an email, but sit down and take a handwritten note and say, wow, that was a really great experience we had. And when they get their mail and they see that note, that that means a lot to them. You're in the world with a lot of people, and you're not doing anything by yourself, so you really need to communicate, and not all communication is the same. You need to sometimes will the communication or keep the communication. And if you look at like your email from a year ago and you look at your email today, you're almost talking to a whole different flock of people. And a lot of times I'll do that. That's one of the things that I'll do is if today is September 26th, I'll look at every email that I sent a year ago on September 26th. I'll be like, wow, what happened to that person? Where'd that person go? I need to give that person a call. And all of a sudden, your network becomes, and your bandwidth becomes so much more valuable and so much richer, and you're like, wow, I haven't talked to that person in a year. And when you really think about it, there was not even a reason not to be talking to that person. You had a great time with them, whatever happened. So I think I really kind of like pride myself, and I really have to maintain my friendships, whether they're business friendships or other friendships. And I think getting back to credibility is consistency over time. What is your word? What does it mean? So when you're building yourself up as a brand and you're building yourself up as a company, there's so many things you got to worry about. How do we look socially? How do we look on the internet? How do stores look? What is our service like? How are we treating people? What are we doing to defend the brand? What are we doing to protect the brand? What are we doing to grow the brand? And the one day that you just, you think you got it, or you think you've arrived, or you think you're good, there'll be somebody else out there who's better. There'll be someone else out there that's innovative. So what do we do here every day? We just try to work on our relationships. We try to get smarter. We try to keep our word. We try to have innovative products. We try to keep people, keep our customers, keep our athletes, keep our vendors, keep our media partners at the top. Treat everybody with respect. Treat everybody, whether it's the person in the warehouse, or it's the person that you're passing in the hallway, or the person in the mailroom. Treat everybody great. And I've always treated everyone great, and I've always been treated great. So respect generally will get respect. If you respect people, they'll respect you back. What's one thing that I could tell you that's a difference maker? That's, if you said, Steve, what's one thing? Give me one thing that makes you different, or one thing that makes you successful, or one thing I could do today, or one thing I could do tomorrow that's going to make a difference in my life. And that one thing is so easy for me. It's just be who you are, be true to your word, and don't make promises you can't keep.